spoken. He usually pays attention to these things. These things are rarely attended to by the layman. The linguist can appear as an expert witness in language crimes like defamation, threatening, trademark infringement, extortion, bribery, defamation, and so on and so on. Yeah. Defamation. I'm going to take about 4 crimes, and I'll show the relevance of linguistic analysis to these crimes. All the crimes I'm going to present here are language crimes. Number 1, defamation. Defamation are words, expressions, and signals. By the way, I am not concerned with the signals. This is something else. That may expose the plaintiff to hatred, contempt, or ridicule. In defamation cases, the context, the time, the intended meaning, and the connotational meaning should be accounted for. Pragmatics here is highly relevant. Why? As I have just said, pragmatics is particularly concerned with the intended meaning of the speaker in a particular context. We have to take into consideration 2 things: the intended meaning of the speaker and the context. Because one may say something and may mean something else. One may say something and may mean something completely different in a given context. I'll take an example from Arabic. The word تفضل, I usually give this example, تفضل in Arabic. This word تفضل may have different meanings in different contexts. When I say تفضل, it means say what you want. Or if I am in a bad temper, I say تفضل, it means go out. Say I want to say تفضل, it means please go out. If a visitor of a guest enters, I may say تفضل using this. تفضل, it means please sit down, or have a seat please. تفضل, have a seat please. If I am inside the room and someone comes from outside and I say تفضل, it means please enter. If I am at the door from the inside and I am talking to someone also inside the room and say تفضل, it means go out. So the word تفضل in Arabic may have different meanings in different contexts. You must be kidding. This word, this expression may have different meanings in different contexts, using by different people. So pragmatics is highly relevant. Why? Again, because the pragmatist, who is a linguist, should say or should judge whether taking into consideration who the speaker is, who the listener is, what's the context of the situation, what is the intended meaning of the speaker. Taking all these things into consideration, he may judge whether a given expression is regarded as defamation or not. The linguist, as an expert difference, may relieve the jury or the judge of the necessity of having to guess. You know, sometimes the judge has to guess whether a given expression is regarded as defamation or not. But an objective analysis of these expressions by a linguist might show that this expression or the expressions used might be regarded as defamation or not. So the pragmatics, linguistic analysis, is highly relevant in defamation, in deciding whether a given expression is regarded defamation or not. Extortion. Extortion is another example of language crime. In extortion, extortion is an illegal use of a threat of a future harm or power to obtain a property or advantage from another. This is usually done through language, directly or indirectly. If it is direct, it is a threat. In fact, extortion is usually done or is usually expressed indirectly. And again, indirectness is one of the major topics of pragmatics. Okay? Now, linguistics, especially pragmatics, is particularly relevant. Indirectness is an important topic in pragmatics. It is particularly concerned with how is it possible for a given person to use a given expression and to mean something else, which the meaning might be completely different from the denotational meaning. We have, in linguistics, we have denotational meaning and we have connotational meaning. Here, in fact, the linguist is particularly concerned with the connotational meaning rather than with the denotational meaning. So, indirectness is particularly used in three major cases. We usually use indirect speech. Number one, in order to save face. In Arabic we say حتى خلي الخط رجعة, to save face, or in order not to be denied. Sometimes when you ask someone, you ask for something, and you think that that person may deny your offer, you usually use an indirect way. So in order to save your face. It is used to provide immunity to the person. One may either say, well, I don't mean that. I don't mean what you have understood. Or there is what is called miscommunication. Okay? It is a way to move around the, yeah. And the third reason for using indirectness is to free oneself from responsibility. Well, I don't mean that. I mean that. You have misunderstood my speech. I don't mean what you have in mind. Okay? Well, so I'll give two examples. Now, إذا ما تدفع المقسوم ما تدفع هذا كيفك. I am not obliging you. You are not obliged to pay. It is up to you. This is, in fact, is an indirect way of, but we have to take into consideration here who the speaker is. Does he have a power upon the interlocutor or not? Here, the power the speaker has is an important variable. Okay? Then who the speaker is. The context should be taken into consideration. In what context? Why is this said? The reason behind. And background knowledge. Background. Pragmatics is also concerned with background information. Does the listener or the interlocutor has an idea has background knowledge